This week in the field, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Davenport. Welcome to In the Field. I haven't been out shooting as much in the last few weeks, been doing a lot of back-end work for the business. And so I was going through some of the archive footage that I have from photo shoots I haven't shared. And I found one from last summer in Lagos, Portugal that I'm glad I kept all of this video because it's an important lesson. It's trying multiple times at a location if the first time around you don't succeed with what you want. And so Lagos is a beautiful, beautiful portion of Portugal. And there are these, wonderful rock formations, they call them grottos, and the water all winds around them, natural arches. And I really wanted to get down there in an evening to shoot. And I had a full moon while I was there, so really nice moonlight area. So my first attempt to get to the area that I was hoping to, it just didn't fare very well. Let me show you some of that footage.
I just finished taking a few snaps here, a very rushed shoot trying to catch the last rays of daylight. I'm at Ponta de la Piedade, and it's really been less than inspiring. Unfortunately, Lagos, as beautiful as it is predominantly on the southern facing, and the hills and so forth to the north block the sun, and so the play of light that you get in the morning is very different than what you get at night. I'm going to scope around here, just scout out for a few more alternatives. I've got one more night in Lagos. We'll see if I can come up with a reasonable sunset option. As I finish walking around the grounds on the point here, the old fort is a little disappointing, mainly because it's now a military installation and getting a good angle on it is difficult. And as for the rest of the cliff faces, which you saw earlier in the videos here, they're really nice, but I'm going to need to get here well before sunset to catch the light play on those cliffs, because otherwise this just falls into shadow too early for golden hour, and they're just less than inspiring than at sunrise.
So as you might imagine, after that particular outing, I was pretty bummed out. I'd spent a couple of hours walking to get to these locations. I couldn't find a decent access point. I was at sunset, the sun really wasn't cooperating, and nothing really seemed to go right. As fate would have it, the next day, the family and I, we took a boat tour of the grotto areas, and lo and behold, there was a staircase that was a launching point for some of the tours, and this was in the middle of the grottos as opposed to the marinas, back in the mainland, as it were. And so now I got excited again. There's some way to get down to those grottos, and so in the afternoon I spent a bunch of time looking at maps and trying to figure it all out. And that next evening, mindset, headed out to go and find this spot. So more footage. Let's take a look.
I'm walking my way back to the Ponta de la Piedade, and I'm not going to get light play on the cliff face. As you can see, the sun's going down over there. There's a very thick layer of clouds. So there is a stairwell that leads down to the grottos. I'm going to try and find that. These stairways are going to go way down at the base of the grottos. And I'm going to head on down there and see what types of compositions are possible. And then I may climb back up and head up to one of these upper peaks for some evening shots as well. This was certainly well worth the hike down the steps. It's just after sunset. There's still some color in the sky. There's some nice cloud movement. The blues of the water are going to be wonderful. And I'm just going to march around here, take a bunch of different shots. It's a little difficult for me to get down on the ground level, so I'm going to stay at this platform where normally during the day boat launches come out from here. But yeah, I couldn't ask for a nicer finish to my visit to Lagos.
So a world of difference. This spot was fantastic, and in the evening I had the place effectively to myself. I think I saw one other person that had just walked up and down the stairs because they had wanted to see it, but they spent 2 minutes, looked, and then went away. And even afterward, I climbed up on some of the ridges that are right around there when the moon was out in full, and took some more aerial shots of this spot as well. All in all, it was a fantastic outing. And one of the aerial shots is in my portfolio. It came out that well, so you can see that on my website. Pretty sure you'll be able to pick it out. So the tip of the week is to not give up. Try again. If you have the opportunity to get back out to a location a second time, if your first outing didn't go so well, do it. This works especially well in your hometown, but when you're traveling, don't be discouraged by getting either bad conditions or, in my case, not even finding the location that you really wanted to shoot the first time around. And I guess the corollary tip to that is do better research. I should have done the better research up front and been able to find that staircase the first time. So that does it for this week in the field. Hope you've enjoyed it and gotten a tip or two or some inspiration for your next outing. If you did and you liked the video, please share it with some friends. I'd love to see the audience grow. The more views and the thumbs up and the likes and so forth. While I'm not a slave to the numbers, those certainly give me encouragement. I'd be lying if I said that they didn't. So it'd be great if you can share this with some friends. And in the meantime, you got questions, hit me up through the website, comments on the blog, comments on the video, any way you'd like to get in touch with me. And I hope to hear from you very soon. Until next time, my name is Scott Davenport. Happy shooting.